Hi, welcome to the first session of IS 5100, IS Strategy and Management. This is going to be a fun course. It's going to be a busy course. We're covering a lot of ground and a lot of material. The purpose behind this course is really going to be to put you in a position to be able to formulate um, and evaluate IT and IS strategies and make system plans for an organization. What we're going to look at, though, in this term is not really as technical as you might have had in some of your coursework in the past. This is a higher level course, and what we're really trying to accomplish here is to give you the skills and the uh, uh, discernment to be able to effectively lead an IS organization. So this isn't going to be about developing web content or about implementing particular systems or even how those systems integrate. We're going to cover a lot of material that puts you in a position to look at the entire IT architecture of an organization and try to understand strategically what are you trying to accomplish for that organization and how do you do that most effectively in a very dynamic and very changing world around us. So there's a lot of focus, and the focus is really going to be on understanding both the business itself and the IS role in that business. And then also, so then how do you actually execute to that once you understand that? And so there's going to be a number of topics that we cover, starting with just basic and understanding of what innovations are going on in IT, what disruptions are happening with businesses. And here in 2021, been a lot of disruption recently, a lot of changes. And the companies that can successfully use information to manage through those changes, whether changes that are coming in that are negative, and then actually fight through and come out on the other side with a competitive advantage based on their ability to manage and utilize information. Those are the ones that are going to be succeeding very well. And that's what we want to put you in a position to be able to do. But give you a little bit of a grounding, about what's going on in the environment, how disruption happens through the IT industry. Talk a little about innovations, how to make sure we have innovative businesses. But really, do a survey of technology. Look a lot at business cases. So making technology work for a company. How do you make a business case that says this is a good investment for us to make? Um, and really teach you also project management, some basics in project management. Not that because we're going to spend, I mean, there are whole classes in project management, but enough to get a feel for um, as you start to understand IT's role and how you can leverage technology to make your company more competitive and play that role of making the company more competitive. What do you need to do to execute to that? How do you need to execute on projects? How do you manage a portfolio of projects, a portfolio of programs for the company? And then at the end of the day, deliver on the required ownership and management of information in order to make sure your company has the best competitive advantage that they can get going forward. And that's really what this is about. So high level, but always bringing it back to what are we doing for the company and how do we leverage innovation, disruption, and IT technology to give our company some competitive advantage. We will spend time, like I said, in portfolio management. Governance and ethics are key topics, especially as some of the innovations and the technologies that are being incorporated now in companies are really tying a lot of personalization and individual, both from the customer direct to company relationships as well as the individual relationships that are built within the IT organization and across the company. These all um, um, because of the interwoven relationships that information technology and social media are bringing about. There's a lot of speed that the company can get, a lot of information we can get from our customer sets, but at the same time, a lot of privacy issues associated with that, as well as just being able to manage in this environment in a very dynamic, ethical environment where we're just getting questions and problems that we haven't had in the past from a corporate standpoint to look at and try to figure out in a way that'll be good for us, our stakeholders, our customers, and so forth. So, welcome to the class. I'm excited to teach this. I've been teaching at SLU for I don't know, I guess since 2000, so quite some time. A lot of different classes, and this industry has changed quite a bit, since then. We'll go into a lot of the cloud-driven architectures these days and how we're breaking out services and doing those kinds of things to really architect their environment very differently than we did back in 2000 when there was so much hardcore technology that was in data centers and such. Um, so I've been here for a while. I've been teaching a lot of these courses. I really enjoy working with you guys. I look forward to meeting you. There's going to be 8 weeks of this. We're going to have homework each week, pretty good amount of reading. Sometimes a couple of articles each week that I want to sort of timely. I want to get you kind of a fresh take on and get you sort of immersed with what's going on with the industry and the environment as a whole, as well as some text that we're going to be actually digging into and going over some specific material. End of the term, we're going to have a fairly significant project that basically says, basically take all you've done, everything that you learned through this term, and create a portfolio plan, a business case around a portfolio of technology investments that you think will move the company forward. And I'll give you all the details on the company we're looking at and all that kind of thing. Anyway, so a lot to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be busy, but looking forward to it. And welcome to the class.